Good afternoon, everyone. We are out prospecting again. If you were to head over here on the other side of that little hill right there, there's a nice adit that goes in 100 meters. And what we're doing is we're noticing all this quartz here. You got granodiorite, granite, and we've exposed some subcrop here, and we're seeing lots of oxidization on the rocks, as well as some nice sulfides. So what we're doing is we're going to be taking a sample from here, as well as we're going to be taking a sediment sample from along in here, where you can see your oxidization in between the fracture of the two kinds of rock. And we're going to be sending that in and seeing what's in that, and see if this is anything worthwhile. If it is, we might end up chasing it farther. So we'll post the assay results at the end of the video for the sample. There's not a ton of sulfides in the sample. It is your host rock, so we're not expecting crazy results, but we'll see what comes out of your sediment sample in your fracture there. Alright, so one of the things I just thought I'd mention is, especially if you're taking sediment samples or soil sampling, there's a couple things you want to do. One is take off any jewelry. If you have any gold or platinum rings, that can affect the results of your test. You may spend thousands of dollars searching for something which you thought was a decent result for the test, but it turns out it's just a chunkier ring that fell off. So we like to wear gloves. Obviously I got a tattoo, so I don't have to worry about a ring. And we're going to take our little sample now. Alright, so that's already a good sign. You can see right there you have what looks to be sulfides. So in this area we're searching for gold, silver, platinum, palladium, lead, copper, and then we're going to do, for a sample, a 35 element assay to see if there's anything else in this. Alright, so we got another exposed outcrop we're going to sample. So you can see you have your overburden here on top of your bedrock. But what I'm interested in is all the oxidization, as well as finding samples like this. So this is quartz and calcite. And it's very vuggy, so there's probably at one time had some sulfides in it. So we're gonna hammer a little bit of this off and send this in for some testing as well. This is really weathered rock. It's almost soft. You can see right here, got some nice little crystallization. All right, on to the next one. So the whole purpose of this trip is basically to find any new exposures, anything that piques our interest for future exploration in the area. They just did recent logging here, and there's a lot of outcrops that are exposed. There hasn't really been any exploration done in this part, so we're close to one of our other properties, which is on the other side of this mountain right here. So we decided to take a nice look around and see what we can find. So far we found a few outcrops, and looks pretty promising for a couple of them. So we'll probably take a sample here. Again, a soil sample, and then another sample of rock here. You can see lots of tiny little stringer veins when you hammer it open. There's lots of sulfides in there, so maybe it opens up into a bigger deposit. A little farther back, we will see and see if it's worthwhile. Alright, so we got our sample here. Our other property on the other side of the mountain has a bunch of outcrops with up to 20% iron, and then it's got anomalous gold, and there's also a bunch of creeks on the property where we found nice float samples of quartz and free mill gold, and we are going to hopefully locate some more, show some video on that in the future. But now we're gonna head on and see if we can find something else. Alright, so we're just at the edge of a small quarry here, and where we really want to get is over there and right there. So we're not gonna be able to get over there, I don't think, just because of the slope of this. But we are going to go over there and take a sample, and we might pan that out later, or probably send it in for a sediment sample. Looks pretty broken up material. Alright, so you can see your black layer there. That's actually broken up shale. So where we want to sample is right beside that, as well as underneath here. It's pretty oxidized, and it might make a good soil sample. So alright, so we didn't have enough of a sample to test from all 4 places that we took samples from, because we wanted to send in our actual soil sample, but we do have material from your first showing, and then we also have material from the second showing. So this is it, and we will pan it out. There is some sulfides in there, just trying to pan a few of them off. We're just basically looking to see if we got any free gold. There's a lot of magnetite and hematite. Looks like there might be a little galena in there. And yeah, you got gold. Couple tiny little pieces. 3 pieces, 4 pieces, a couple tiny pieces, but that's still gold. And yeah, that's definitely galena, magnetite, hematite. Got some pyrite in there as well. So that's pretty decent. We're gonna definitely have to go back there and pursue that a bit more. Alright, so this is the next sample here. Definitely muddy material. Yeah, I got some black sands. Yeah, it looks like you got a few sulfides in there too. Really nothing though in the way of that right there almost looks like a little hunk of silver. Maybe platinum. There is quite a bit of platinum in this area. That would be nice.